What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to teach you and I'm going to show you how to create a trailing stop in MQL5. It is something very simple and we are going to see this now. But before that, let me show you that the code is here in my GitHub. So you just have to come to my profile, Kekoma1, here in TradingBot, you go to the MQL5 directory and here you have the trailing stop.mq5, which is the thing that we are going to implement. What we are going to do now is that we are going to add a trailing stop to the MACD bot that we did in the past. So for that, what we are going to do is that we are going to open the IDE, and now here what we are going to do is that from this code we are going to add that. If you don't understand how to create a MACD bot, there's a video on my channel in which you can see that. So let's see how do we add the trailing stop. So first of all, we have to know that the trailing stop is being checked and modified every time there's a position opened. So how do we check if a position is opened? In fact, here we are checking that. So what we need to do is that we need to also check that the trade ticket is not zero. So here is checking that the position is closed and that this is still not zero. So now we just have to check that this is not zero, and here it means that the position is open, and here we should put all the code related to the trailing stop. So first of all, we need to recognize the type of the position. Why? Because if the position is a buy position, we have to move the stop loss upwards. But if the position is a sell position, we have to move the stop loss down. So for that, we are going to create a variable called enum position type. We are going to call this type, and here we are going to call the function position get integer, and we are going to ask for the position type. So now that we have this, we can also define several new variables. The first one, the current price, because we are going to need this one. We are going to need the current price, and later we will initialize this variable, and we also need a new variable called new SL, which is going to be the new stop loss, which at the beginning can be 0. We also need to initialize another variable called the opening price. So for that we can put here open price, and this can be equal to 0. So let's start with this one. We want to store here the price of the market whenever we open a position. How do we do this? We just need to come here, and here we are opening a position, so we say that the open price is equal to the bid, and we say here that the open price, this is for the buys, is equal to the ask. So now we have set that. Now the next thing that we have to do is to set the current price. How? We can call the function position get double, and it is going to ask us the current price. So we just put here position price current. So here we have the current price, and also we have the opening price of the position. So now we just have to check that if the type of the position is equal to position, let's start with the buys. Position, oh wow, position, oh my god, type buy, and also now it comes the thing. Let's say that the current price is 20 points above the opening price. So now here, if the stop loss was, I don't know, here, what we are going to do is that we are going to move it 20 points below. So this also means that imagine that the price keeps moving up. So the stop loss is going to be always 20 points above. So how do we do this? First of all, we have to check that if the current price is 20 points above. So we are going to put here current price is bigger than open price plus 20 points. So this is the condition that we just set. And for the cells, it's the other way around. Instead of being below, it must be above. So here we have to put another else if in which we are going to say if the type position type sell, if this is a sell, we have to check if the current price is less than the open price minus 20 points. And with this, we have the conditions, but now we have to put the code for, first of all, changing the, well, setting the new stop loss and then changing that in the position. How? Let's start with the first thing, which was changing the stop loss. So for that, we have this variable that we created before, the new SL. So here we are going to put new SL is going to be equal to the current price minus 20 points. So that's how we are going to be 20 points below the price all the time, below or above, depends. So we can do the same thing here in the sell position, and instead of being below, we have to be above. And now we have to modify the position. How? We have to put here, well, we have to use the trade object that we use for opening positions. And remember, if you don't understand how I created this, there's a video on my channel, MacDbot MQL5, in which I explain everything. So here, what we are going to do is that we are going to call the position trade, well, the function, well, the method position modify. And here we need to send the trade ticket and also the new stop loss. So we are going to put here new SL, and we could also change the take profit. But since we didn't establish any take profit at the beginning, we are not going to establish anything. So we are going to put here a 0, and then we close this, and that's it. And we have to do the same thing for the sell. And also, if we want that every time that it goes up, the price follows this, we have to also change this, the open price. So which value should we put here? We have to put a new flag, a new point. So whenever the modification is done, we have to set here a price like, hey, it was done here. So now if we move 20 points above this new here, we are going to move the stop loss. So let me copy this because I copied that wrong. And now we are going to do that I just said. So for that, we just have to say that the open price is going to be equal to the new stop loss. So let me copy this. And I think that's it. So now we compile. We see that we have here an implicit enum conversion. So we are just going to do a cast. So we put here enum position, oh my god, position type. So now we are going to compile again, there isn't any issue, and now we are going to check this in the strategy tester. So for that, we are going to choose our bot. Let me close this, our bot here, this one. And now we choose everything that you want here, and let's click on start, and let's see if the behavior is the one that we want. So we see here that now we opened a position. Let's make this slower. So you see that on every new tick, this new price is still not, well, it's almost 20 points below. So whenever it reaches the 20 points, the stop loss is going to move to that point. So look, it should be in a point very close to now. And you see that whenever it reached those 20 points, the stop loss changed and now is 20 points below. So if the price keeps going down, the stop loss is going to keep going down. So let me move this, and you saw that, but it was very fast. So I have another one prepared to show you, and you can see here that we have a position opened, the price is starting to move up, and let's see what it happens. You can see that now the stop loss was changed and is only changing whenever it goes up. So whenever it goes down, nothing happens. It's like, think it of a rope. So if this is doing this, nothing is happening. But if it goes a lot up, it is pulling the stop loss. So that's what's happening. If it is moving not much, it's not going to do anything. But if it moves a certain amount of points, then it pulls the take profit. So that was my demonstration. And here you can see that whenever it goes down, it doesn't move, and only when it goes above those 20 points, it's when the stop loss is going up or down in the case of a sell. So you can see that now it's almost touching the stop loss, and it will be closed this position eventually. So we can make this faster to see what happens, but you see that whenever it moves up a lot, this changes a lot. So we can see that, and yeah, that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed and you also understood how to create a trailing stop, and if so, give it a like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one.